Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? That's all I ever had. Redemption song.
Always a pleasure seeing you. How does it feel being part of this Harborfront Center, the kickoff for Black History Month here in Canada?
It's so special. I mean, this is a really special time of year, but it's also really impactful to be able to engage with over 90 organizations across Canada to execute a series like this.
Why is it important every year for TD to be involved with Black History Month and Black History Month events?
You know, we've made a lot of progress as people towards more equity, more equality, but there are still so many areas in which we still see anti-Black racism, we still see other kinds of oppressions affecting Black people, and even more, there's so much of our history that is still yet understood. And when we consider how history impacts the present and the future, it's really important for us to find ways to amplify all of those stories.
What are some of the events that are going to be happening throughout the month? I know there are a lot of them, but if you can give me some of the events.
Oh my gosh, there are so many. I mean, at today's launch, we heard from Julie Black, who is starring in a co-production by Musical Stage Company and Obsidian Theater called Caroline or Change. It's an incredible story about a Black maid in the Deep South and her experiences chronicling that period of time. In addition to that, we're here at Harborfront. Harborfront hosts the Kumba Festival, which is an incredible multidisciplinary festival that's, and in this case this year, curated in part by McKenzie Barnes, who is just a brilliant art curator.
You know, one I got to throw in there, because I actually co-hosted last year the Black Diamond Ball, one of the most elegant events that are going on.
And Black Diamond Ball is a really special part of our Black History Month series. It caps the month for us. And it's a really special time for Black people in the city to come together, to dress up, to be in a space that, you know, not so long ago wouldn't have allowed Black people to even enter that building. And so for us to be able to take up space in a place like that and celebrate the richness of Blackness is really special.
Well, like you said, there are so many events going on in Toronto, events going on across the country. We probably have a website or somewhere we can go to get all this information, because you can't just tell me all this. I don't have enough battery power for that.
Yes, fortunately, all of the events are on our website. All of your viewers can go to communityevents.td.com for our entire Black History Month series.
Thank you so much for this interview, but more importantly, thank you so much what you do and what TD does for Canada. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you for what you do.
Ashley, first, I have to ask you, how does it feel being able to create entertainment, history, knowledge here during Black History Month, the Harborfront Center?
I mean, I think it's great. It's important work. You know, I think there's a lot of contributors who've been doing this same work. Obviously, it started 25 years ago, and that's when Black History Month actually pivoted to Toronto, to Canada. So I think it's important work. It feels honorable, and I'm glad that I was given an opportunity to work with Harborfront and to engage on such a culturally relevant and expressive event for Black History Month. I think that we have a really loaded month of important storytelling, important narratives, dating back, looking at ritual and memorabilia, to looking forward and looking where we are and where we've pivoted in the last 25 years, and what's really culturally conscious and what's really culturally important right now.
Well, you know what, maybe asking the same question, but how do you break that all down? Like, I could not imagine the amount of work that you have gone through, because there are so many things that you can talk about, so many things that you can present, and you have to break this down. You only have a month to do all of it.
Good contributors. So I think this is an amazing venue, and Harborfront's known to have to be really multifaceted. So I think the way we broke it down, being able to break it down into visual arts, being able to take it down into dance, education, theater, I think that we've had a chance to I guess, really focus in on the contributors, past contributors and current contributors and emerging contributors, black contributors that have something to say right now. And I think that happens in theater. And we have, pop-up theater productions that are happening for a week. We have pop-up comedy productions that are happening for a weekend. We have art that's on display that's launching this month. It's on display for 6 months. We have cultural workshops and design workshops by legends like Dwayne Edwards that are popping up for a weekend. So we just, we managed our time. There was a lot of people, and I mean plenty more that we would have wanted to involve. But there's a lot of creative contributors who really have added to the cultural fabric of making up Kumba 25.
Can you give me just a few specific events or we should go and see?
I think a favorite, one I'm really looking forward to, is John Boogs and Little Buck. They're dancers from a movement called MAI, Movement Art Is, that are from LA. They're coming up for the weekend. They're headlining our night of dance, and they will also be doing movement workshops. And they're really well notable, known for their dance movement. So they'll be gifting us a chance to give workshops for free to participants. I think Dwayne Edwards too, who I've mentioned, he is a designer. He's a designer, a fashion designer, one of the first black fashion designers in footwear, and also the youngest, starting at 19. He's doing a sneaker workshop, a footwear workshop for youth that he has spearheaded with Pencil Academy, which is the first academy in the States across North America to offer sneaker design for for youth of color. And we're also doing an installation with him that's up all month. And then I would also say Trey Anthony. Trey Anthony is a big one. Diana Webley, who's been a senior programmer here, has brought her back in to do reoccurring programming. So that's Black Girl in Love and a comedy show, That Gal Funny. These I would say are like top favorites. And of course, Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
Colin Kaepernick's.
So many events. There's got to be one place to go to get all our information. Where
That's
do we
right.
go?
HarborFrontCenter.com.
Congratulations. Oh, sorry. Did I?
Actually, HarborFrontCenter.com/events.
Okay. Make sure we get the whole thing in. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. But more importantly, as I like to add in, thank you for what you're doing for the city of Toronto.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? The song I never had. Redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption song. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Exco Levi. Awesome.